Everybody, we are back. It is Taped on Life's favorite podcast, favorite channel, favorite everything. We are back. You guys already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, subscribe. Hit the like button if you like it. Hit the dislike button if you don't like it. Leave a comment if you like it. Leave a comment if you don't like it. Also follow us on Twitter at the Mark John NFL for me, at Glenn Rockney for Glenn, and of course, pandasubs.com. Discount code TDL for 25% off. Also, make sure you hit up hit this code right here. Go to the homage, right? Go to homage. Get you some Raiders gear. Get you some whatever you want to get. Like I said, your friend, your somebody you know, your dad got a birthday. Like he likes to, I don't know, he likes the 49ers or something. You could buy. It'd probably be disgusting for you, but buy him something. Buy him something there, and then of course the TDL store, man. We got some cool new stuff at the TDL store. I got the flag up. Somebody asked, I got a flag. You got a flag up. You got to flag up the slides here. You can be really cool with your duffel bag. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I got the iPhone case. You know what I'm saying? Get the iPhone case right there. Got some sweatpants. You know what I'm saying? Some track pants. Somebody already bought these, bro. Somebody, like, as soon as I announced these,
those are sick. I mean, if I had the track pants and the slides, I would just quit my job and tell my lady I'm just playing 2K all day in my TDL swag.
Yeah. Kenny piece of the Jeters. Kenny, that's a I don't know about that deal though. If you get the that's a different type of deal there. But thanks you guys for joining us on this Monday. We're gonna be talking, of course, or do a little mock draft. Glenn's gonna basically tell me if I'm an idiot or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be interesting. I did like 3 of these throughout the day. This is my final one. So they're so difficult. I don't know. Just really, like, how long does Daniel Jeremiah take on these? I want to watch him do a mock draft. I'm super interested.
It's way harder than doing it for your own team, just 7 rounds. I mean, doing it for your own team 7 rounds, you're just like, man, hire me now. I'm a GM. But for all 32 teams, you're like, dude, I don't know if this team needs a corner or a linebacker or if they're gonna do something like that.
Yeah, and some teams like just take. It doesn't matter who they have; they just take somebody.
Right. And I forget who has new GMs, like who has new. That we had. There's 10 new coaches, 10 new head coaches in the league right now. So that's got to be tough to do a mock draft for teams like that. Like the Ravens aren't coached by John Harbaugh anymore. It's like you don't have a lot of these same constants that have been there for a while.
Yeah, that is very true, man. It is just difficult as hell. I'll say that. So we're talking about the combine a little bit more too, and then of course, we'll talk about Maxx Crosby, I guess. I mean, he's
Jeremy Fowler versus Albert Breer. Who do you believe? Raider Nation, who do you believe? Jeremy Fowler's been kind of on point with the Raiders lately. I don't know if Albert Breer's been on point about the Raiders lately. I'm not sure.
No. It is going to be weird. It's weird. I met Jeremy Fowler. He's a really laid back guy. I'll just say that. He's very laid back. Very laid back. Has a he dresses like he likes to hit Scottsdale bars when he goes to Arizona.
Nice. they call him Jeremy Personal Fowler.
like he had the man bag on, with the strap on man bag with the
whoa.
Yeah, man. He was definitely a reporter swagged out. He didn't look like kind of some of these goofy other reporters, man. He's pretty laid back.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's been right. I feel like he's kind of got the Raiders pulse going. He's got a good source, I think, with the current Raiders regime, where I'm not sure Albert Breer does, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see. Albert Breer reports it could happen this week, the Maxx Crosby trade, which I think, I guess why not, right? But it's just, I don't know. There's a big roller coaster between 2 days of they're probably not going to trade him to happening this week if it's going to happen.
Yeah, that's very true. So how you feeling after the combine, Glenn? How you feeling, man?
Oh, it was fun. I always enjoy watching it. Like I have it on in the background and stuff. Like I don't know how anyone could just sit down and watch every single thing. Like I saw Aaron Glenn falling asleep. I get it. Like there's parts of it, but of course going for my Golden Domers, my Notre Dame guys out there, always like to go for them. But there were like a few people that really popped out or stood out to me, like Bryce Lance. I thought Bryce Lance was going to run slow. This dude ran a 4.34.
Yeah, he's pretty. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's hard with FCF guys.
Yeah.
Because even Cole Payton ran a 4.56.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what the combine's really for. Like, I don't care about Carnell Tate running a 4.5. Like, that doesn't really do anything for me. That didn't change my opinion on that. But it's the guys like that it's for. You know, Mike Washington, you know, your guy.
Yeah.
You know, the guy who tore it up at the combine. He was to the point of tears for him.
I know.
So it was so good he cried at the combine. That's that's amazing.
He's like, my mom made it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I got a kick out of you know, everybody thinking Kenyon Sadiq is Brock Bowers. That's always funny. Every year, it's nice when we have that type of player that every year the best tight end's gonna be like, is he Brock Bowers? And Brock Bowers didn't have to do a damn thing at the combine. That's why, because he's Brock Bowers. So the answer is no there. But yeah. I really enjoyed why. I mean, it's athletic. I mean, how fast are people gonna run 10 years from now? I was just thinking about this. Everybody like,
I don't know, man.
like, would you agree with this? That wide receiver, I think the 40 matters more for corners than it does for wide receivers. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, right. So like that makes sense. But like, dude, there's the average 6'4" corner runs like a 4.4 right now. It's just nuts. Like 10 years from now, are we ever going to hit the peak of like how fast people run? Because I think somebody's going to run like 10 years from now, somebody's going to run like a 4.21 at like 6'5".
Yeah, I can see that, man. I mean, Sonny Styles was crazy. That was a crazy combine workout.
Nuts.
Insane. I mean, Orville Reese basically kind of did the same thing, almost. And nobody cared. That's how.
Yeah.
Like you ran a 4.4 too, bro. At the same size.
I know.
At the same size, man. He ran a 4.4. The thing I will say about the combine, though, especially with even the corners, man, which is kind of weird. Like the fast guys ran though.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to see the slow guys because they're scared to run. They didn't want to run.
Yeah, that's like weird. Yeah, that's
right.
Weird.
I mean, that's really how it kind of went. Like the fast guys who knew, okay, I can run faster. Like the Mike Washington's, like, hey, I need this. Right. I need this to get this done. They went out and ran. But like the Mekhi Lemons and the Denzel Bostons, those type of guys. I mean, even the corners. Like I feel like every first round corner did not run. I don't know one first round corner that really ran. I mean, Chris Johnson ran, which raised his stock, right?
4.43 at that size.
Yeah, right. So he ended up running, but he's like I said, he's a guy who has something to prove. Like he needs to run at the combine, like the Avion Terrells and the Brandon Ceesays and even like the Mansour Delanes. I mean, we haven't even seen McCoy on the field in a year and a half. I don't know. I mean, does he still play football? We don't know. You know what I mean? But he's supposed to get drafted like top 15.
Yeah.
So it is. That's. I feel like it was a little bit more about that than it is how fast these guys are. Because Mekhi Lemon went out there and ran. Like, does he take away from this fast combine? Yep. I mean, he's ducking it for a reason. Like those guys are ducking it for a reason. Like maybe some of the corners aren't. Maybe some of the corners are probably still pretty fast. I think I know Ceesay is fast as hell. I don't know why he didn't run. Maybe he feels like he didn't have to, but come on, dog.
Yeah, I mean, and also this year you realize I think the lack of quarterbacks at the top made somebody like Jeremiah Love go, you know what, I might go run. I might go run. I might go run. Even though he's clearly the blue chip prospect in the draft, consensus top 10 pick everywhere. But like Jeremiah Love's like, well, there's not like 3 or 4 quarterbacks that are going to go in the top 10. So like I could go really high if I tear the roof off the place, which he did. And the same could be said for David Bailey, who 4.5 at his size. I mean, I know some of the other drills maybe weren't quite what we thought there, but it's like, man, it's kind of a wide open draft this year, I think, is why you saw a lot of the top guys running, because it's like, hey, they say I could go 8, but like Sonny Styles, like before the combine, people thought Sonny Styles was going 12, 13 around there. How does he get past New York at this point at 5 after that combine? Like it does pay to go do that. It does pay to go. If you're really good at this and you are a freak athlete and you just know it, like you might as well go do it in a draft as wide open as this one.
Yeah, I didn't get it. And it's probably a lot of the agents telling these guys not to do this stuff. They don't want to run, and you know, put somebody said something about social media, like it can't be out on social media. Like, bro, come on, dog. Like, are you really gonna run that slow? Like, somebody could be like, oh,
Yeah.
Makai Lemon ran a 4.6. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think about Cleveland Farrell all the time. Guy doesn't do a damn thing at the combine, but any of the agility stuff at the combine, and we saw that was kind of an issue with his. He's just was not that good of an athlete in the NFL. An athletic Cleveland Farrell's a very good player, but he's not very athletic.
Yeah, and if you have a bad time, you just have your agent text Adam Schefter, and Adam Schefter would be like, "Well, actually, he didn't run a 4.6. He ran a 4.43 according to a couple teams clocked."
Yeah, he was hurt. He was dealing with a toe injury.
Yeah, Ruben Bain doesn't have 30-inch arms. He has 32-inch arms.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
They're 2 inches off. And the Ruben Bain thing was funny to me because, there is like a thing where it says like at the combine they measure shorter than they do like everywhere else. And I was like, bro, you were supposed to go to the Senior Bowl. Maybe you should have got measured there, and then went home.
Yeah.
You weren't thinking like that, huh? But now everybody's like, oh, does he have 30-inch arms? And, you know what I mean? That's like an official number, dog. It's an official number. Like you can't, and that's why they try to duck those things because people don't, we can go to your pro days and, some of the coaches have those things, but like, doc, you got 30-inch arms now.
You're just doing all your team interviews with your hands in your sweatshirt pocket. Just kind of talking like this, like, "Yeah, what's up? I'm Ruben Bain. How's it going?" Nah, I don't do handshakes, man. Yeah, just that's, yeah. Wow, it's I like the. There's a thing that the RAS might have taken over, might have ruined the 3-cone drill. Do you buy into that? I do feel like people care about RAS now way more than they do the 3-cone.
Yes, because they want. I think one running back did the 3-cone, bro.
Nuts. Yeah,
one running back, my dude.
They said, "Why don't you just go out and put my graphic up?"
I need that 9.7 RAS.
I know. The Raiders took a lot of high RAS guys last year. Lots. So I will say, for Raider fans, what does this all mean? John Spytek, sneaky Al Davis guy.
Yeah.
Think that. Like sneaky in terms of Caleb Rogers, high RAS, Dante Thornton, high RAS. Who else? There's a couple others. Darian Porter. I mean, Darian Porter was like 10. He's almost a 10. Like he was out of his mind. They took some really high RAS guys. I think they value that. So, you might be saying like, what does this all mean? Like, I think it means something to the Raiders.
Yeah, because Tonka Hemingway is pretty high up there too, wasn't he?
Yes, that's the other one. Yeah, that's the other one that was really high that I couldn't think of. Yeah, Tonka had a great athlete. Yeah, so there's definitely a lot of. I think Spytek likes a good combine performance.
Yeah, he's at the combine with his binoculars.
He's tall as hell too. He can see over everybody. He's huge, dude. So yeah, it's exciting stuff.
Pure football guy is John Spytek, for real. All right, so get into this a little bit. Talk about some of these visits here. Shout out my guy from Just Blog Baby, Levi Dumbo. I'm probably saying it wrong. I'm saying your name wrong, bro. Levi from Just Blog Baby. Just excuse me. So I apologize for that, my dude. But here we go. Here is some of the visits they had. So of course Mendoza. I mean, come on. That's a shoe, man.
Yeah.
What do you think about Casey Concepcion?
Real fast, Mendoza coming in like a hoss. Guy's huge. 236.
Bruh.
I was like, I thought he was 225.
Yeah, me too.
He's been hitting the weight room. And we're talking about like Big Ben Roethlisberger build. Like, yeah, he's big as hell. So I know Marcus is going to like watching West Coast offense 6'5" quarterback film next year.
Oh yeah, I love it. This is not mine, guys. This is don't look at the rounds. Ignore the rounds, guys. Just look at the players that were interviewed. Okay, Just ignore the rounds.
Yeah, but Casey Concepcion, love Casey Concepcion. He would be such a decadent pick for the Raiders to like get after Mendoza. Like it would be so decadent. It would be so because you would be neglecting that defense a lot in those with those top picks. But I think Casey Concepcion's a beast. I mean, you don't have to tell me twice. He absolutely destroyed my Irish this year. I mean, like you watched that game, him and Mario Craver. I think it was Mario Craver. Those two guys couldn't stop him. I think he's great. So, and I think I'm not saying he's like Debo Samuel, but you can kind of get the ball to him in certain ways. But then you can also get the ball downfield to him. He's pretty complete, and I think they're hoping he's there at 36. But you know, for me, it would be a very decadent pick, despite liking the player.
Yeah, I just don't think he gets past the Bills. Let's keep it real.
I don't think so either. I think he's going to be a late first rounder. And it's like people go trade up for him. It's like, look, I'm not saying I would hate to have Mendoza and Concepcion, but like they really need to start drafting on this defense.
Yeah. He's a player I really like. He's a great route runner.
He's a beast.
Great route runner. He didn't do anything at the combine either, though. He just, but he is a great route runner. You know, because I'll keep it real. I mean, he probably might have long speed issues just because he is kind of like a, what I would say, kind of like a move around wide receiver, kind of like plays a little bit better in the slot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's kind of like a JSN type of player. Let's say that.
I see.
Yeah. I mean, we did. I'm gonna say this. We did show more interest, but it was only like me asking this question. Like I broke two of these, like the Lee Hunter and Genesis Smith. That came from me.
Nice.
Those were from me. Because what happened was, like, I was like trying to see who the Raiders were meeting with, because I know that, like, people like that stuff, right? But like you're like frowned upon as a journalist if you ask that question at the combine. They like look at you like you're funny.
Wow.
And they like make fun of you at the bar. If you ask that question, like, oh, look at this guy asking. Of course they bet with teams, right? But fans love this shit. They want to know. Fans want to know this. So that's why I kind of, it's so interesting how people like make fun of you for asking, but like this is what fans want to know. They don't care. They don't really want to know if how he handles a three technique or what's his favorite go-to pass rush move. They really don't know. They're like, did you meet with us or not? That's how fans think. Like, and a lot of journalists, they don't get into the fans' mind. Like, that's your job, is to write for fans. You're a fan writer. I don't understand why they don't think like that. They're like, oh, you're asking our question. It's like, bro, what's stupid? But that's a different story. But yeah, that's because nobody was asking these questions. I'm sure we'll figure out more of these guys later on. But yeah, the cornerback position is interesting. I will say, I talked about this on the Sunday show. Like, I mean, the defensive linemen, they didn't really meet with a lot of those guys.
That is interesting.
Or the edge guys. They didn't meet with a lot of them. Saying, I bet they met with a lot of corners. So if we just play this, we just look at these positions they met with, even when we didn't ask and got a bunch of them, right? So it's wide receiver, right? We got O lineman, a tight end, and a fullback, and we got corners. So obviously they're in a safety. So we're obviously looking at secondary, looking at wide receiver. They're looking at D tackle, maybe not as much. An O line and safety. So if you go by this that's because sometimes this doesn't mean anything, right?
Yeah, I feel like they met with some D line. I don't know. I feel like they did. That seems weird to me it's just Lee Hunter, who did not have a good combine.
You know what I mean? And Hondo wasn't the combine. So
Genesis Smith is interesting too, because I'd really like him to be a Raider. Now, he's not the greatest tackler, but I think as far as a deep safety, I think it's really, really hard to do better than him in the mid rounds. And also Riley Nowakowski. He was in our mock draft last time we did a mock draft in that offseason simulator thing. And I think in day 3, they will take a tight end on day 3. I think a lot of fans aren't really expecting that, but with this Kubiak offense, I think they're going to be adding tight ends a lot. Like almost every offseason, they're going to be adding ones. Another guy I liked was like Sam Roush. Sam Roush out of Stanford, 6'6", can block his ass off and then can catch the ball a little bit too. But like they're gonna, with Mayer in a contract year, who knows what they do with him. I think they're going to be looking at tight end day 3, like maybe even earlier than people think. Like there's going to be a pick at tight end. People are going to go, what? I bet this year in the draft.
Yeah, I think they're going to take a tight end too. I hope they take Nowakowski because he is sneaky fast. I don't know if he ran at the combine, but he just is explosive on tape. Like there's some times where he just catches the ball, he just takes like 30, 40 yards, man. He's taking some screens to the house off tight end screens and shit like that. And he can block his ass off. Like he is that type of guy that Kubiak likes, which is like the inline tight end that can block and you can catch like, maybe 40 balls for like 500 yards. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of guy he likes. But yeah, I think wide receivers could be interesting. I don't know when they take a wide receiver. I hope it's not a 36. I hope if they start taking wide receivers, it's a 67. Still a little high for me, but
yeah,
it feels like they might go that route though. What do you think?
Yeah, I bet they are. I bet they're going to take one in the top 100. I mean, maybe they trade back from a spot or whatever, and maybe they trade Maxx Crosby. That's the other thing. People just don't realize this. They might trade Maxx Crosby, and whatever picks you get from there, that might become your wide receiver. One of those picks. It does seem like they want to add there. John Spytek's press conference at the Combine, when they asked about Jack Besh, he said, I like Jack Besh, the football player. And, not saying you're going to sit there and say Jack Besh is the number 1 wide receiver because that just wouldn't be true. But I think he wants to add one. I mean, it just, and with Kubiak, like where he comes from, you had JSN, they invested in the position. The Seattle did, and it's just kind of going to go trade for Shaheed, which to me, like I would like to just go bring in Rashid Shaheed in free agency and just kind of see what we got for a year at wide receiver. Maybe take somebody day 3, but I'm with you. I think they take one in the top 100.
He said he ran a 4. I mean, that's fast for tight end, man.
That'll work. Yeah. That'll work.
I know there's some 4.3 tight ends. That's pretty fast for a tight end.
Yeah, but they're 4.3 tight. Kenyon Sadiq doesn't block.
Yeah.
The Eli Stowers doesn't block. Like these guys, like what I'm saying. Like to me, the thing is the tight end that the Raiders take is going to have to block. Like that's the thing. That's why they're going to probably take one, I think, in the 4th or 5th round.
Yeah. Thoughts on the Omar hype? See him as a number 2 wide receiver for some people. I think the hype, is because he's a really good route runner, and we're in like the route running portion of how many guys can you shake. So he's a really good route runner. He's a good wide receiver though. He's a good wide receiver. I think he might go 1st round because I think that buzz is just so high right now.
I can see the Bills taking him if there's a run on receiver, like if Concepcion's not there and the Bills I can see the Bills easily taking Omar Cooper.
Yeah. Need a realistic O-line draft pick. Give me some names. Coogan's on here. If they draft Coogan, man, Coogan just every time he played somebody really good, he got his ass kicked. Like Ahmad Moten just embarrassed him. Kaden McDonald's, he couldn't block him at all. I think he's why Kaden McDonald's a 1st round pick for sure. That's why I'm a little scared of Coogan. But somebody brought up Bo Stevens. I like Bo Stevens a lot. I think it's a perfect guy for the system. Of course, I like Sam Hecht. Depending where they do there. Of course, they could go Ihanichor at 36 if he's there.
Right.
He's getting a lot of buzz too. He had a good combine, great movement skills.
I like Blake Miller a lot, and I think Blake Miller's a guy at 36 that I think they could actually take. He's a good tackle, and I think kind of people aren't really talking about him, but Blake Miller is a guy too. I mean, and I'm trying to think who else. I would say Slaughter out of Florida.
Jake Slaughter,
and the center. I could see him in the mid rounds too.
Yeah, flip the script. I did guard and tackle for you. That was guard and tackles, both of them, all of them. Like, why does I didn't make this, guys? Okay, I did not make this. I should have put that in the big.
I think he's a first round pick, though.
He is a first round pick. That
I mean, I think the Raiders would more than likely, like 70%, have to go into the first round to go get him. It would be a shock if he was there at 36.
Yeah, me too. How come Mike Mayock can't get on a TV job while the NFL GMs on TV? Nobody brings on the best guy for TV because people are I don't know. He's on some Sumer Sports now.
He is. Also, he's probably still getting money from the Raiders. He's chilling.
Yeah, he's on Sumer Sports.
You're going to see him pop up when the money runs out from the Raiders. He'll pop up on a
team. Would you trade a fourth for Terrell Edmonds?
Well, not Terrell. Tremaine, maybe.
Tremaine.
We had Terrell Edmonds last year, and I'd prefer not to. Tremaine Edwards, a fourth's a little high. He's got a big contract. I know it's like a 1 year, $19 million thing, but like you don't. I don't think so. I don't think you need to trade for him.
No. Yeah, I mean he's still 27.
Fourth round. To me, like that's a
which fourth? Which fourth do you trade?
I trade my 6th round pick for him. That's when you take on guys that are making 19 million or something like that. Usually you give up a late pick for that. I say no personally.
Yeah.
I saw somebody who's the lineman from Notre Dame. Billy Schrauth is a guard from Notre Dame. Very good run blocking guard. Got hurt a lot last year, but if you watch the USC game, he absolutely destroyed them, which I'm sure some of the people in the chat did.
What's the difference between play speed and a trained for the 40 speed? It's not really that much different. It really isn't. As much as people want to.
I think you'll see the takeoff. Like so here's my thing. Why did they get in that stance? Like I don't think wide receivers and corners should be having their hand on the ground and running. Like you should take off standing up. Defensive lineman, sure. Like I'm down. You can put your hand in the ground. That to me, like everyone's like, oh, he's just a good track athlete. Okay, well, why don't they take off from like a wide receiver stance so we can actually? Yeah. I always thought that was interesting to me.
Yeah. Somebody said you need linebackers in your like guys. It's not my board. This is
the board.
This is who the Raiders met with. This is confusing people. This is who the Raiders met with at the combine that we know of.
Yeah,
they might have met a linebacker. I don't know, man. They're talking about trading for Tremaine Edmonds. You know what I'm saying?
El Rage Bait. Yeah, you responded. It's not El Rage Bait. I woke you up.
Max Preston for fullback, 6th round pick.
I hope they don't have to use a draft pick on a fullback.
I really hope they don't either. Isn't the tape which don't lie matter more than the Underwear Olympics? I mean,
no, they're both pretty.
It matters for where they go.
It's for what we talked about. You can watch Bryce Lance tape at North Dakota State and go, is he really fast or is he running against a guy that runs a 4.8 guarding him? The answer is he's really fast. You found that out at the Underwear Olympics, is that he's actually fast.
Yeah. So who had the last draft do you think were mainly Pete Carroll guys?
I think you could say Genty for sure. I think you could say Genty. I think Spytek was down with it too, but like that felt like that. Darian Porter for sure. Pete Carroll guy. Dante Thornton. He's the one that played. I mean, Dante Thornton. I'm pretty sure they admitted Pete Carroll was like that was his guy. Like in the draft press conferences, that was Pete's guy. And then after that, I mean, you start looking at who doesn't really play that much and who did.
Dante Thornton. Because somebody said Dante Thornton. Yeah,
it was Dante Thornton. Dante Thornton was the guy. I think number one. I think it was Genty and Thornton were like the Pete Carroll guys. And then Porter, I think, might have been a little bit of both, but yeah.
Yeah. What trade out would you realistically do?
I would try to get back into the 3rd from the 4th round.
You think so?
That's what I would do. I don't really want them to move up a lot in the top with their first 3 picks, but I could see trying to get back into the 3rd round one more time. You have 2 4th round picks. That might work.
Yeah. What safeties changed your mind after the combine, Marcus? I would say a couple guys. So there's VJ Payne, who I thought was really athletic, but I didn't know he was that fast. You know what I mean? Like, but I could tell he's really athletic, but he's like 6'3", 206.
Mm-hmm.
And then Robert Spears Jennings got me excited because that dude, I could tell he's athletic. I could tell he's a little stiff though on film, but he can move, right? And he can run pretty well. He actually covers pretty well too in open space, even though there is some stiffness there a little bit. But he will take your head off, and he ran a 4.3. So I was just thinking, like, damn, that dude coming downhill. When he comes downhill, man, he puts the wood on people. So pause, but shit, he just definitely he can hit, bro. And I was like, 4.32, man. Good Lord.
Not a shock, but my guy Jalen Kilgore had a really nice combine too.
Yeah, he ran a 4.36, right?
He was he just, you knew he was a good athlete. Like there was no doubt there. But I'm glad to see it, but also kind of not, because I was like, oh man, he might not be there where I want him to be.
Yeah. All right. Get some more questions here. Would you rather see defense tackle at 36 and defensive back in the third, or the reverse? Who are your favorite targets for these positions and rounds?
I kind of don't know what defensive tackle is going to be there at 67. I mean, maybe Lee Hunter at this point, but honestly, probably not. Like, because to me, you start getting into the DeMonte Capehart kind of guys up in the third round and later, which he had a really good combine, but you 36 is just like prime to me for like a big defensive lineman, you know, and that's kind of my problem. Like, where even guys I love, like Chris Johnson, like if he's there at 36, you do have to play that game a little bit where you're like, I do need to add. And now we'll see what they do in free agency. That's going to definitely dictate that. Like, it's going to influence what they do here. But right now, I really want to go defensive line. It can be an edge too. It does not have to be defensive tackle, but I really want to get better up front with that 36th pick.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying people like talk about it could be Peter Woods or like somebody like that. I mean, I know everybody's talking about, Caleb Downs just announced that he got injured. Right? He had a torn meniscus or something like that.
That's not good.
Yeah, he's was flagged this week with a partially torn meniscus.
Whew. I didn't know that.
Yeah, per fake Corey Kinman, feels similar to a Bill Johnson situation last year. We'll see how it plays out.
That would be crazy if it was a Will Johnson situation. But look at Will Johnson. I mean, Will Johnson had a nice rookie year. I see people say Caleb Banks killed the combine. He is the first round pick.
Yeah. I guess he was saying that. I mean, is he right though? I told him that. Maybe. Caleb Downs probably pissed right now.
I would be too.
That's some dirty dude put his business out there. Like, who the hell are you, bro? I bet him and his agent are heated.
Yeah,
like mad.
Well, I'm sure
it's probably not supposed to be out there.
Eesh, it's not good.
That's not good, man. I'm sure he is pissed. Like, because that is really bad. Because maybe teams know that, and you can say teams know that. So but I don't know. The thing is, I think a lot of teams are, just kind of swayed by more stupid shit than we think.
Mm-hmm.
So when you put that kind of stuff out there, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I mean, hey, have him slide to 36. Shit. I'm sliding to 36. We'll take Caleb Downs with the meniscus. Yeah. You got time, man.
Yeah, I mean, they act like it's especially he's treating it like it's a career ending. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Love the content. Where would you take if you had a must draft a defensive end? Probably a third round.
I say that, but what do you think's going to happen with Akeem Mesidor? I mean, maybe this is a spoiler to your mock draft, but what if Akeem Mesidor's age gets him to 36 and you're just like, you know what? What if we just got 4 years of what we know is a good pass rusher?
I'll say this to you about Akeem Mesidor, and I was kind of mad when I ended up taking him. I probably to give it away a little bit, but he did not do an interview because he was so late from medicals.
Oh, So they were because they're like, get your old ass in here. We're gonna do colon screening. Yeah.
Oh man, check out that prostate, man.
Yeah, they're like, man, you got all sorts of stuff, man. Yeah.
So yeah, he didn't do his interview. You know what I mean? Because of that. So
Yeah. That's
I
interesting.
don't know.
That is interesting. Zion Young, I think about too at 36. I like him a lot. Our Mason Thomas is good. This guy's a good player, a good bend around the edge. And if they're moving to a 3-4, I think he's a big fit there. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to taking it. I really just want to go defensive line at 36. I just think that's where you're going to be able to get the best value, and just there's going to be lots of really good players there. And I think the DBs, there's going to be DBs in the 3rd, 4th round.
Mm-hmm. Flip the script. Messidor is 25.
So the argument though is like, why you don't take him in the 1st round is like, especially if you're a team like the Raiders who needs to build something a little bit. Like you're not exactly, if you're the Raiders, you don't think you're going to win at least in the next 1 to 2 years, or at least win playoff games. You kind of are like, okay, but then if we're good by the time this guy's 2nd contract comes up, he's 30 and I have to give him his big, contract. But in the 2nd round, I feel like it's a little different. The contract ends a little quicker, and you didn't waste a 1st round pick on him, or not waste, but something like that. So I just saying, like Messidor, Zion Young, R. Mason Thomas, a lot of Malachi Lawrence had a hell of a day, and I had him in the 4th round in a mock draft. I don't think he's going in the 4th round. Dude's a beast.
Yeah, he'll probably go in the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that. He's got that big talent right there. Now, how much do you want to talk about Maxx Crosby? I don't know.
Let's just go a little bit here. I mean, we'll have to talk about him. I mean, he's the at the moment, the best player on the defense, and it does seem, Spytech likes to say I always answer the call, right? Mm-hmm. Someone's saying, who is a 1st round that you trade Max for? Does that mean the pick you would use, like who you would use with the pick that you get?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. For me, it doesn't have to be a defensive end, and I think you don't have to replace Maxx Crosby with the pick that you get for him. I think that's always this kind of fallacy that people go. It's like, okay, now I have to take a defensive end with that pick. I mean, yeah, you might want to look at that because you'll be missing, a very good defensive end, but hey, if Sonny Styles is there, or if just David Bailey, you have no idea, like some of these guys, but like Dylan Thieneman, if it's a later 1st round pick or something, like there's a lot of ways you could go. It's about making the reason you're trading Maxx Crosby is you're trying to just spread capital around your team using him. Yeah, that's what you're trying to do. It's not about let me find a younger defensive end. It's about let me get a couple of really, really good players that you can do, and that you can do that with. But if you're picking in between 10 and 20, which is where I'd hope their 1st round pick would be, there's going to be a lot of players there. I don't think anybody knows how this top 10 is really going to unfold.
Yeah, and also I think it's going to be a later pick. So I'm just looking at these picks right now. I think it'd be like the Cowboys 20th pick, or like the Eagles 23rd pick, the Lions pick at 17. I think it'd be one of those. So, that'd be fine, because if they really want to take, because honestly, I bet if they trade for somebody, they take a wide receiver. That's what I would.
Yeah, it's not out of the question. Offensive lineman, something like that. I could easily see. I could see them taking a tackle. I could see them trade. Here's another thing. What if you trade Maxx Crosby for pick 17, and then trade back from that pick to like pick 24, pick up whatever you pick up, like maybe try to pick up another 2nd rounder, like maybe make that turn into a couple of picks or something. Like that's what I would think about doing right there. I mean, a team has to want to come up, obviously. That's always the caveat, but that's something I would think about. I don't really, want to trade Maxx Crosby unless he wants to be traded. If he wants to be traded, then see you later. That guy goes on all types of NFL media and would make the Raiders' life a living hell if he didn't want to be here.
Yeah.
So if you have any inkling that he does not want to be a Raider, see you later. But if he does, then let's just build. Let's just build the team, and see what happens.
To be honest, I don't think he wants to be a Raider.
I don't think so either. Those weird basketball videos are kind of like you have every opportunity to say he's telling everyone to stop talking, but not like answering anything.
And then on that podcast that UFC, he had the UFC girl on there, right? Or some girl, I don't know, some podcast girl, and she straight up like got him in trouble. She straight up asked him, and he ducked the question. I'm like, bro, you can't just say I love the Raiders. You couldn't say that. Like he's just like I love life. I love where I'm at. I'm in my house. Say look at this house.
Yeah.
You're like, bro, all you had to say is like I love the Raiders. I love playing for the Raiders. It's always what I want to do. I got it tattooed on me. That's like, and fans would have been eating that up. They would have ate it up. But he's like, nah, I love myself.
Yeah.
And that's what's important to me.
And at that point, I trade him. Like, I know Mark Davis probably doesn't want to do it. I understand I don't even think John Spytek really wants to do it. But, you should be able to get a pretty good return for him. I don't know if it's going to be Micah Parsons level, but you should get a couple of picks for him. A couple of good picks. It's just it's a tough situation. I understand it from his perspective, but for me, I'm hoping that like a team like the Bengals does it. A team like the Bengals just says like, I want Maxx Crosby. Here's pick 10.
No, that'd be fantastic.
Because the Bengals have Joe Burrow, so like they could tell themselves we're a difference maker on defense away. They could tell themselves that. I don't think it will be. Like you said, I think it's going to be the Cowboys.
I think it's going to be the Cowboys too. It'll be like pick 20. I'm saying like the Cowboys or the Eagles, but it's like pick 20 or 23, something like that.
That's true. Yeah, I think it's either going to be I think it's going to be Cowboys, Eagles, or Rams. That would be my three teams that would do it. Because I can see that the Rams got picks, and they might just say like, you know what, let's do it.
And Jerry's crazy enough to give us 2 first. I think if he gets tested.
Oh, for sure. I want one this year and one next year. That's what I want. And you know what? Give me Overshown as well. Something like that.
Yeah. All right, let's get some more questions, and then we'll do this mock, which was totally ruined by that Caleb Downs tweet. I'm not gonna lie, it was just completely ruined it.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably not. Who knows? Who knows how true that is too? Who's the must-have free agent next week?
Must-have free agent. I don't know if there's any like must-haves. I know there's positions they need to address for sure. They need to make at least two signings on the offensive line. Is it next week?
Yeah.
Free agency starts next week?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sheesh. Man, it's really coming up. I think I'd really like I'd like to sign 2 starters on the O-line. Does it have to be Braden Smith and Tyler Linderbaum? I don't think so. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
But you need to try to upgrade 2 starting spots and really kind of give yourself a little freedom in the draft on the O-line to where you don't just have to like really address that position.
Yeah. Tyler Linderbaum is a big one that people want. I think they're going to get some linebackers. I know they're going to do that. So, I mean, that's they're thinking about trading for Edmonds, but that's, man, you guys are going to trade for it. Really? That definitely tells you that. Thoughts on Blake Miller? I haven't really did a deep dive in Blake Miller, so I can't give you too much. But I know
I like Blake Miller.
People really do like Blake Miller. I haven't done a deep dive on the tackle class that much. To be honest, I'm probably going to do that in a couple weeks here. What if R. Mason Thomas is there at 36? Now, he's an interesting guy. He's a guy I broke down last week for the Draft Fanatics podcast. And he was used like a 4-eye, which means he's basically like Tyree Wilson's position in this new defense. And he's a goddamn beast off the edge. So Oklahoma
his bend is nuts. Like
but you don't see it on the Oklahoma film. So he has a lot of untapped potential that maybe the Raiders could tap into.
Yeah.
But he could play the run, but he has crazy bend, bro. And he just wasn't asked. I think he had like 100 161 pass rush snaps. You compare that to Mesidor, who had like 450.
If he's at 36, our Mason Thomas is absolutely there at 36. If he's there, the Raiders would really have to consider that. I think he's a really good. I think he's one of the more underrated players in the draft because like he's on everybody's top 50 in their board, but like nobody really talks about him.
Yeah. Man, I did not know Henshore ran a 4.91. I did not know that.
That's moving.
330 pounds, bro. He's like 230.
Yeah, and I wouldn't hate it. Like I said, I wouldn't hate it. Of course, I mean, to me, that's like just a Colton Miller, like just getting a Colton Miller, that in Anachor, like because Colton Miller was that type of athlete. People forget.
Yeah. Do you see a double safety draft this year? Yes.
Yeah, I want 2 safeties and 2 linebackers.
That's what I want to, man.
This is why I don't really want to address the offense in the draft that much because I want 2 safeties, 2 linebackers, and a defensive lineman. You gotta, dude. Jacob Rodriguez. You want to talk about combine? Jacob Rodriguez was the crazy one. I didn't know he was athletic like that.
Yeah. Do you see more availability with a player you ruled out based off other players' combine performances? Lee Hunter.
I just say let him fall, man. He's a big fat guy.
Yeah, I think he might fall. I think he's a guy 67. You're just psychic.
Yeah, he's a big fat guy. It's fine when a big fat guy has a bad combine. It's totally fine to have when you're just a big fat guy. And I thought his like drills looked pretty solid. Like just the drills he was doing.
Yeah.
Like his feet look good. Like you're just like, okay, the guy knows what he's doing out there. Like I don't know.
Yes, we have a set schedule. It is basically Monday, Friday, Wednesday, and Sunday right now. And then the season might be a little different, but yeah, I mean the season's basically the same because they play on Sundays.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the schedule. Do you think the Raiders actually get 2 first rounders for him? I don't know.
Well, if there's a bidding war, then yes. If they're talking about 4 or 5 teams that are trying to do it, and you could definitely see Maxx going to a contender and really taking them over the top. I could for sure. So you have to ask yourself: the Rams have been a team that have given up 2 first rounders for Jalen Ramsey. They've given up 2 first rounders for Matthew Stafford. I mean, they've been the team that does that. They've done it. Jerry will for sure do it. I think Jerry loves Maxx. So, and Jerry talks about he wants his defensive ends to play the run. And Maxx is the best I've ever seen at that personally.
Yeah. Glenn, your thoughts on Malachi Field at 36? I mean that 4.6 is a.
He's not good, Marcus. I'm just like I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Daniel Jeremiah had him in the top 30. I was like, why? What did he do? Like Notre Dame didn't throw the ball a lot last year. Mm-hmm. Fine. If you want to look at some of the stuff he did on Virginia, he's a contested catch receiver. He's pretty good at it. He's not otherworldly about it. First off, he's a transfer guy. He's not some, he touched the sign a couple times to go to a game. I didn't see it. I just never saw it. And 4th round, maybe. Yeah, 4th round.
He's got some bent. That's what I thought he was. I thought he was a 3rd round, 4th round guy. Mm-hmm. I was just in shock when I saw how high Daniel Jeremiah was on him. And I thought he had a good Senior Bowl, but it wasn't like this. Yeah, he wasn't like dominant out there.
People think he's like AJ Brown or something. That's just not what he is. He's like I said, just kind of like a mid-round contested catch guy, like to me, and that's where he should be drafted. And if the Raiders want to look at him in round 4 and 5, then absolutely sounds good.
All right. Let's just do this. Let's get into this. All right, let's get into my mock draft. I did 3 of these. I kind of wish I would do the first one because my first one was the most controversial because I had Ruben Bain going at 12 to the Cowboys. Wow. I kind of wish I would have stuck to that one, but I was like, you know what? Some NFL team has him at 32 inches with his arms. We'll stick with that. All right, so let's go through 1 through 10 here. So I went Mendoza at 1, of course. David Bailey at 2. I went Jeremiah Love at 3 to the Cardinals.
I was going to pick that too. I love this. Thank you, but go ahead.
Yeah, no raffle tonight. That's Friday. Do the raffle. Arvo Reese at 4, and Sonny Styles at 5 to the Giants. I went Carnell Tate at 6. I went Caleb Downs to Washington, which is, I guess, looks crazy right now, I guess. Then I went Jordan Tyson at 8 to New Orleans. I went Francis Mauigoa, if I'm saying that right, at 9, and Ruben Bain Jr. at 10.
So far, I love at 3. I'm thinking, why wouldn't they? Like, it's not that good of an offensive line draft. So you could say, like, oh, positional value, but like, I don't think anybody's that excited about these offensive lines in the top 10. We'll see how the league thinks about it. They're not really a team that needs a wide receiver. You could definitely say they take like a Sonny Styles or Ruben Bain or something like that. But like, I don't know, man. I think Jeremy Love a good pick there for them. I still know about RL Reese. Why? Okay, I'm not a big analytics guy, right?
Okay.
He's being you're RL Reese in the top 5 because you pass pressure, right? Is that fair? Like you, but I just mean the team that does it most likely thinks he's a pass rusher. But he had a 13% win rate in college. And for anybody who's saying, well, Micah Parsons and Abdul Carter made that thing, those guys had 19% win rate in college as pass rushers. Like it's a big difference. What I mean is like this Arvell Reese thing is a bigger, people talk about him like a lock, but I think he's actually one of the bigger risks in the top 10.
Yeah. Yeah. Arvell Reese is pretty risk at the top 10. But I just think he goes because he ran a 4.4. He's 6'5" and ran a 4.4, and he already had the buzz of it, and he just has a freak thing. Yeah. It cleared up, guys.
What I was saying for anyone to say, like, I think Arvell Reese had a 13% win rate in college at pass rush, and everybody thinks he's this lock to be this amazing pass rusher. It's a lot bigger of a risk to me, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. No, he said that, didn't he say he's off ball backer? No, he said he could play both. He played both.
Yeah.
So yeah. Glenn was glitching a little bit, guys. Sorry.
Oh my gosh, guys, let it happen. Gosh, jeez.
Yeah,
I hope you guys are okay. I hope you guys didn't get hurt by that.
It's a lot of concern, man. They want to hear our thoughts.
Yeah. I'm just saying I'm a little hesitant on Arvell Reese. Is all I'm saying. I'm kind of an Arvell Reese. Like, just that tweener thing. Like, I don't know. That tweener thing is weird.
Yeah, because some teams are going to see him as off-ball linebacker.
And then do you take him at 4?
He said that at the combine. He said some teams see him as off-ball linebacker, some teams see him as the edge. But he kind of feels like, he kind of feels like that he's an edge. But he's not Isaiah Simmons. Isaiah Simmons is a safety, guys.
Right.
Isaiah Simmons was a safety. I mean, Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles is an ex-safety. So,
or like Zaven Collins, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the one that I think I don't think he's even a bad player, Zaven Collins, but like I don't think the Cardinals would draft him again where they drafted him.
Yeah. I think the Chiefs are taking a tackle no matter what. They just got rid of Jawad Taylor. I mean, who's playing? Is it Jalen Moore? Maybe.
Yeah. No, it's not great.
You know who I liked was Melvin Ingram. That's what
I like that a lot. Raider killer, Melvin Ingram. Oh, I hated him.
Yeah, man. I like that a lot. When I saw that, I'm like, oh yeah, that's who he is. He's Melvin Ingram.
Hell of a player. Yeah, I think everybody's overthinking the Ruben Bain thing. He wins. He doesn't do the long arm move. It's not like he's doing the long arm move on anyone in college and you're like, that's not going to work. He just takes you and just throws you out of the way. So I'm like, I don't know. To me, he wins in a way that the arm length's not that big of a deal to me. So,
yeah,
all right.
I was just about the arm length thing. I think against some teams, it's going to be some tackles is going to be an issue. He's going to have an issue with Cole Miller.
Yeah, true.
Because Cole Miller is savvy and he's going to know if I put my hands, if I strike him quick, that he's not going to be able to get to me. So he's going to have issues with guys like that are very savvy. But to me, just move inside.
I think the last thought I had about Jordan Tyson, I heard the medical's not good. Did you hear something different? Because I could see him slipping and sliding.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. I mean, he didn't run or anything, but I didn't hear about anything about his medical. So
I just heard here and there that teams will be concerned. I don't know how bad it is, but teams will be like, "Is this a top 10 pick?" I mean, he has top 10 talent and tape. There's no question about that. But I could see him going in the 17 to 24 range only because of that, personally.
yeah. All right. 10 through 20 here. 10 through 20. So I went Mansour Delane at 11, CJ Allen at 12 to the Cowboys, Monroe Freeling to the Rams. I think there's a chance that happens. That's perfect. Caleb Banks to the Ravens, Avion Terrell to the Bucks. This is my sneaky one. Ty Simpson at 16 to the Jets.
I had that too. I like it.
I like that one. Denzel Boston to the Lions. So this was my secret one because I was thinking, like, man, what are the Lions really missing? They're kind of missing like that big body guy. They got the little small tiny guy. That's the really fast guy, and they got the really fast running back, but they don't have like a big body dude that Goff can just throw to when he needs it and make him plays. And I like Denzel Boston, where a lot of people say he can't separate, but I don't. I think you can. He's very good against press coverage. So he bodies guys in press. So like maybe he doesn't like have the twitch, but if you try to body him, he's one of those guys that could like box you out, like kind of like how T-Mac plays. I mean, T-Mac couldn't beat press either, really. So he was kind of stiff. But look at how he's playing. And I think some guys, Denzel Boston, he was playing. They're playing against Maryland or something, and he just took over the game, man. Like he just said like, this is my game, and just started catching everything. So I think there's that to it. Yeah, aren't they getting rid of Laporta?
I don't think so. Are they? That would be crazy.
They might get rid of Laporta. So, I mean, bro, Isaac Tesla. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, I just went that way. Then, Gerard McCoy, and then Makai Lemon, and then I went Messidor at 20.
So the Panthers are going to have back-to-back years of taking a wide receiver in the first round, which I think it's very, very possible. Makai Lemon, because they went Leggett, T-Mac, and now Makai Lemon, if that were to happen. But I think it's a good pick. I think, what else do you do there? You did that? That's what fell to you, and I think that would be a very good pick. And it also just you just can't give Bryce Young any excuses. Like, you have to have him. I can give you a winner at every aspect of the field. Yeah, and a good offensive line and a pretty good run game. So what else can you do? Caleb Banks to the Ravens is just Ravens. It's just classic Ravens. Just big. They need that too up front. And with Jesse Minter, I think that's a worthy. Caleb Banks is a gamble, but I think it's a gamble a lot of teams will be willing to take. I think that's when he's going to get drafted, and a lot of people are going to go, "Wow, that's kind of high." But I think that's where the NFL is going to value him, because he is an athletic freak. Avion Terrell. Interesting. You got him pretty high. But I like him. Guy can play. I wish he was like 6'1". But he hits. He hits. He put up the most bench reps out of any of the DBs, which I thought was pretty sick. Mesidor to the Cowboys. Cowboys walking away from this draft with CJ Allen and Akeem Mesidor is kind of nasty. It's kind of nasty. I like it.
They got to build the defense there a little bit. Yo, Clifton, if you come in here and troll, man, at least give us $5, bro.
Come on, dude. Anyways, whatever. I want to jump off of Clifton reading those things. That's crazy. The Ty Simpson to the Jets too. We have to talk about. I think he did well for himself at the combine. He's a little shorter than I thought he was, but this is classic because the Jets probably shouldn't take him, in my opinion. But Aaron Glenn's on that last, Aaron Glenn's not surviving the year if they don't take a quarterback in the first round. He might not survive the year either way, but like, this is the problem when you don't bring the coach in with the quarterback in at the same time, like the Raiders are doing right now, is you have a team making kind of a desperation move there. And if I'm Ty Simpson, I think a better spot, and I actually fully believe you're going to be right here. So I like this pick. But to me, if I'm Ty Simpson, I'm kind of hoping I go to either the Rams or the Steelers, because you get you get time to sit maybe behind a really good veteran. You're going to go to a pretty good coach with a quarterback record. But if you go to the Jets, you're just kind of like, well, my lame duck year, the fans are going to be chanting my name, and I'm going to go out there and just get my ass handed to me.
Yeah. I like they have 2 first-round picks. He's getting a late quarterback buzz. He's late first rounder means you go 16. Let's keep it real.
And
You're Mac
they have
Jones.
3. They have 3 first-round picks next year, which is where they should wait, but they won't, in my opinion. I bet they're going to take one this year.
Yeah, I bet they take Ty Simpson right there at 16. He's Mac Jones, bro. Mac Jones.
I think you're right.
That's not my comp for him. I just want to say that. My comp for him is more like kind of like Baker Mayfield a little bit. That's what I would say.
That's why Aaron Glenn fell asleep. He's like, I already know who we're taking.
He fell asleep, bro, because it is mad boring in there.
And you get fucked up the night before too.
I know. Yeah, they're fucking drunk.
You get crazy drunk out there, dude.
Faded, man. Faded. But like I feel it too. If you're drunk, it's because it's like you're in a library.
Yeah.
And like all you hear is like a whistles.
Uh-huh.
Then it's like super duper quiet, like nobody's talking. If you're faded, bro, you're gonna. Shout out to NFL camera production team. They're like, look, Glenn's asleep.
Yeah.
That was fucked up, bro. All right. So end this right here. So Spencer Fano to the Steelers. Spencer Fano to the Steelers. Vega I'm not even trying to say it. Vega to at 22nd to the Chargers, which I think is the ultimate Chargers pick there. I went try to be Howie Roseman here, and like I don't even know if they need a safety, but you just take Dylan Thieneman because you just add great players. That's what you do.
Ooh, Cooper DeJean, Blankenship, and Thieneman.
Yeah, because who's the other safety? I'm like, who is it?
I might be Blankenship, but he might be a free agent actually.
Yeah, but DeJean plays slot corner.
Slot corner, yeah. The other, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no, Howie Roseman's just going to take what falls to him. That's just what he's like. The new Howie Roseman is the new Ozzie Newsome, where just you guys thought too hard on this player. He's mine now.
Yeah. Oh, and Blankenship's a free agent. Booms.
Yeah, he is. Mm-hmm.
Look at me hitting that. More exciting whites for
that's what I was getting at there. I was like, if they do bring back Blankenship and draft through like people will be like, yo, this is 1947. This is crazy. Leather helmet. Like,
oh man, straight 1930s Philadelphia Eagles football too. That's one of the original NFL teams.
Yeah, it's when like Yale was winning national titles.
Navy and shit, bro.
Yeah, my lawyer won 2 natties.
All right. Then I was Sadiq at 24 to the Browns. I kind of like that one.
I do too.
Bears just need. They're losing Byard and McNeil Warren is a monster, so I think he's gonna be the second safety. I think he's gonna go around here. He might be available at 36 for the Raiders, and I hope they jump on that. If don't play around with that. Don't play around with that. I know he ran a 4.5. I know he ran a normal safety time, but people might freak out about that. You know what I mean? I couldn't do the Bills Concepcion, right? I went. They got Fannin. I know that, bro. But like, come on, guys. They took Fannin when they had Njoku. You know what I'm saying? But they could. Everybody has 2 tight ends. But I just liked it. You know what I'm saying? That's where we're going.
Todd Monken too. He had Likely and Andrews in Baltimore. That makes sense. Yeah.
Because this is 12 personnel league.
Yeah.
Also, I was like, he has to go first round, so like he has to go. So this is the spot. But I forgot about Fannin too. So let's just keep it real. I did forget about Fannin, but we just and then you got Casey Concepcion. I went Omar Cooper to the Niners because I think that's going to be something they're going to do. And then I went Peter Woods because even though the Texans need an offensive lineman, they're trading them. So I'd be like, they're not going to take one. They're going to take a defensive player. So they need help inside. They really couldn't stop the run that well this year. There's your run stuffer with pass rush potential. Then you got the 2 edges around, help you stop the run a little bit. That makes that defense even better. Then I went Cisse from South Carolina for the Rams. Then my sneaky one was Jadarian Price to the Broncos. I think this will be the ultimate Sean Payton pick because take a running back right here. They took one last year, right? But they lost McLaughlin. He likes running like 5 running backs anyways. He does, and Price is what I say. He's kind of like a backup type of running back, anyways. Kind of a home run hitter type of guy. So him and RJ Harvey mix it up. They have that guy that kind of replaces McLaughlin, and then I went Hennichor at 31 to the Patriots because they need offensive line, and then I went Caden McDonald to the Seahawks.
Yeah, man, my Caden McDonald dreams to 36 crushed here. That's who my dream 36th pick would be, but he almost got there. So let's go. What's looking exciting here? These are all very measured, good picks. I'm not even going to clown you for the Sadiq to Cleveland because I actually think there's something there for sure. I think Concepcion and Cooper, you could even flip flop those. Like I could even see Cooper going to the Bills, and then I think. I do believe both of those teams are going to want to take a wide receiver this year. Price to the Broncos would be interesting. I even think to the Seahawks could be a case too. I think did Jeremiah have him to the Seahawks if I'm not mistaken in his latest mock? I think he did. Jadarian Price. I think he might have had him to the. But what I mean is like maybe there is some back of the first round buzz for Jadarian Price. Peter Woods to Clemson would be crazy because if Peter Woods is the 2024 Peter Woods for the Texans, that defense is so good and would get better. And then the Texans are like, why don't we trade our offensive line? Let's just trade our offensive line. We don't, CJ doesn't need it. He's too good. And what they're doing is so strange. Definitely coached by a defensive guy. Absolutely. But these are good. Vega to the Chargers. I feel like they take a first-round guard every year. It just seems like, and I think they'll do it again because everyone just gets hurt over there. Lord help if their offensive line's ever actually healthy. They might actually be pretty damn good there. But yeah, no, I think this is rock solid, including even Emmanuel McNeil-Warren there as well. My thing is I think the Bears are going to take Caden McDonald though. I do. I think they're just going to beef up the middle of their defense. But other than that, man, I think it's pretty good mock, Marcus. Pretty good mock.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, bro. I did 3 of them. That was my final one. I like the sneaky Jeremiah Love the Cardinals one. That's probably my favorite one. I think that's one that's something the Cardinals would do.
I was gonna do that when we were originally gonna do both. Like things, I was like Jeremiah Love to the Cardinals. I was like, it's just that kind of year.
Yeah. I don't know if you answered this question already, but Woods 36.
I hope I would do it personally. Like I would. I don't. People are down on him. They're down on him but everyone on Clemson was bad last year.
Yeah. Is CJ Allen dropping to around number 36?
I don't think so. Would love it, but no, I don't think so.
People say he's not athletic. That was weird. Twitter.
Let's hope the league feels that way because I'd like to see him drop to 36.
Do you think the Raiders actually? Oh, you already asked that one. Ndame Tucker went from no sacks 2 years in a row, then 14 sacks this year. Thoughts? He went to Western Michigan. I think that's what happened for him. Mm-hmm. He went to Western Michigan and just went off. But he looked really good at the Senior Bowl, though. He did. He had a lot of bend. He looked really good at the Senior Bowl. He did. He was dominating in 11 on 11s. Gets to run and rushing the passer, so there's something there. I mean, I'm not gonna knock him, totally away from that, but there's something there. Does McCoy to the Vikings signal a Brian Flores coup?
Oh, like he's gonna take over. He's gonna take over for Kevin O'Connell. They would be great. They would be crazy if they did that. No, but they're going to need that corner. If you want to run that Brian Flores defense, you got to take corners high that play man.
Yeah, for sure. Are you guys doing a free agent targets film review like last year? Not targets because, every time we do that, everybody gets franchise tagged. So
I know. I don't know if it's
we're being reactive this year. We're going to react. That's what we're going to do. Smart reaction. And then I said we're gonna bust up the member stuff. I got 2 member stuff loaded up. I got Mendoza versus Michigan State and Mendoza versus Wisconsin. So I got those guys coming out if you are a member of the channel. Who would you least like to see the Chiefs take if they wind up with Love? I'll be pissed.
Yeah, for sure. For me, it's like I don't even know how it's going to work out, but I just want to be able to pull for Jeremiah Love in the NFL. So it's like just the fact that he'd be on a team that I just cannot go for and have to like actively root against him. That would piss me off. I also don't want them to get Reuben Bain. I just feel like Reuben Bain's really good. And if he goes to the Chiefs and he's there with Chris Jones, that could get kind of nasty. I'd like for them to take a tackle because I just don't think these tackles are like all pro. I think they could be solid starters, but I think anybody that takes these tackles in the top 10, I think is reaching a little bit, in my opinion.
Yeah. What about potentially trading for Dexter? So Dexter
McCluster? No, I don't know. Lawrence?
Oh yeah, Dexter Lawrence. Yeah. I mean, you have to get. I mean, you are not just. I mean, that's like trading for Maxx Crosby.
I don't think Harbaugh's going to go. I don't think Harbaugh's. I don't think Harbaugh's going to New York and being like, get rid of my. I don't want to be that good up front. Like he knows.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I saw that we talked about. That's why I took, Francis there.
Yeah,
they needed a right tackle. Yeah, but trading for Dexter is like trading for Max. You're gonna have to give up first for that.
Gervon Dexter from the Bears. I don't know about that. I think the Bears don't even think they have a good defensive line right now, so I don't really want their defensive line.
Yeah, I'm kind of good on that.
Yeah, that's the Texans. I just don't understand. Back-to-back years, they've just said get rid of our better O linemen. Now they're not that good of an O line team, but usually when another team immediately gives the guy an extension and does that, the guy's probably solid. And then you trade for David Montgomery, which in a vacuum I think is good to add to your team. But you said it today on Twitter, Mark. It's like, why would you have a quarterback on a rookie contract? I thought that was supposed to give you the freedom to pay your O linemen.
Yes. How do you trade Tunsil and Howard back to back?
Yeah, and then wasn't there one more too? I thought there was one more guy they traded away or cut or something. I can't remember. It was they're bad. Juice Scruggs. I mean, I'm not saying he was great or anything, but like just they've lost 3 linemen in the last 2 years like that. Might have played. He was part of that trade with Montgomery, I think.
Yeah. Dexter Lawrence didn't have a great year, but I mean, a fall off with a player of Dexter Lawrence's caliber. I need 2 years of that fall off because he could just dominate this year too, man. You know what I mean? So he might have just got too fat. He might have just ate too much last year, or maybe just been so depressed that Christian Wilkins was hurt.
Maybe that's what happened.
My bestie is can't get a job.
Maybe that's what happened. And in that case, I don't want to trade for him.
He was so upset, man. He was so upset. Because I remember on that show they had, he was pushing hard for them to sign Wilkins that year. He wanted Wilkins on his team. All right, Glenn. I think we're out of here, man.
Yeah.
We got so thank you guys for joining us today. Like I said, hit up the shop. I got some new cool stuff, man, up there. We're of course do some giveaways on Friday, and I know you guys left some voicemails too, so we're gonna be getting over those voicemails and hit the subscribe button, subscribe, guys. And thank you for joining us. We are out of here. Peace.